welcome to episode 1020 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, June 16th, 2026. I'm your host, Chris Johnston. With me, as always, from Canada, Mr. Greg Seward.
Hello.
How is it going, friend?
Friendo. Good. It's going fine. It's great. Why not?
Yeah.
Nice
It's
to
been
be
a
back.
little while.
It has been a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's yeah. I think we got a couple weeks where we're going to be both here, so that's good.
That probably good, yes. Although I did enjoy last week's episode with Aiden. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that's pretty happy with it.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'm back.
How was the trip?
The trip was good. So I was still kind of getting over my various illnesses that I had for a week. I had food poisoning, reflux, and then on top of that, I found out after we recorded the last episode that I also had strep on top of that. So
Yeah, I told the world that last week.
you did, yes. And while I was so I was supposed to travel on Thursday, so I was like, well, I should really get this checked out, and found out on Monday I had strep, and then started taking the antibiotics and all of that fun stuff, and yeah, went on the trip, and the trip was great. Like the trip was going to the SoCal Gaming Expo in Pasadena for the Classic Tetris World Championship,
Mm-hmm.
where Enhance had a little booth set up where we showed off Tetris Effect Connected and Luminous Arise, and that was great. And also ran into a couple of Player One podcast listeners, by the way. Thank you for
Really?
everybody. Thanks to everybody who stopped by. I gave out some pins as well, so that was cool. And then I went continued on to a second half of the work trip, and realized that I had either an allergic reaction or something was like biting my legs. I had bug bite all over my feet and legs. So while I was in California, I had mites
Oh my god.
feasting on my feet and legs. I was like, what am I going to do for this? And there's the suggestion is like launder all your clothes and bedding and all this stuff. I'm like, I am in a hotel. Like, there is not a possibility of this. And also all my laundry has like been in my suitcase with my clean clothes
Yep.
as I've switched venues. So I had to deal with that until I got home on Thursday. At which point I like threw all my clothes in the washing machine, sealed up my suitcase, took a shower, did all that, like put my shoes outside, and then doused my legs in calamine lotion. Like completely doused them. And that was better. You know, after
You've had a rough couple weeks.
I have had
Like,
a very
health-wise.
rough couple weeks. I mean,
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's
My feet and legs, you don't want to see that. It's a horror show down there.
I mean,
It is
I
an
don't
absolute-
normally want to see them, but
Well, good. I'm not selling pics on the internet this
not
week.
anytime soon. Anyway,
That's
yeah.
for damn sure. But so yeah, but otherwise it was a great trip. The Classic Tetris World Championship was great to watch. The final matchup was Meme versus Dog, and Dog
I don't know what that
won.
means. Okay.
These are internet personalities, you see.
Okay.
And Dog is like 17 or 18 years old.
Jesus Christ.
All the players playing NES Tetris are the youngins now.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they do this. I don't know if you've seen this. Maybe you have seen this technique that they do called rolling. Have you heard about this? Where
I
they use a
have heard
glove
about
and
this.
they do like this weird tapping on the back of the NES controller, and it looks like magic when they do it, and they're able to move faster than if you were actually just tapping with your thumbs. And there was one player, Alex T, who had to bow out of the competition because he had a wrist problem. He had like wrist pain. And this is like a
Crazy.
17-year-old who had to like duck out of the competition because they had like wrist pain. And a lot of the older players who are not even as old as you and I, Greg.
Well,
don't do that technique because it leads to a lot of like shoulder and wrist pain.
I won't do that. I mean, yeah, I won't.
It's cool to watch.
Yeah,
yeah.
Lots of things are cool to watch. I mean, yeah, video game wise, but I'm not. I'm not that guy. So
of course they play NES Tetris up to level 38, 39 speed, which is insane. And I got inspired. I loaded up the NES Tetris on NSO.
Yeah.
After watching so many people play, I was like, oh, I'll just crank it up to level 9. Let's see
how that goes.
I immediately topped out.
Yeah.
I was like, this is no good.
It's like, that's, yeah. I remember playing like the Game Boy version back in the day and, getting to a high level. I was good enough to get to a decently high level, but I mean, there gets to a point where you're not playing anymore. Like you're just, you're
just watching.
You're just dropping pieces, kind of hoping that you could complete a few lines before you inevitably top out in the next like 10 seconds.
You're a slave to the gravity.
Right. Exactly. Like I'm not, I just don't process things that fast. Even back then I didn't.
Same.
Yeah, these people are mutants. I can't.
Well, of course, back in the day, I played Tengen Tetris. I didn't play Nintendo.
I rented Tengen Tetris, but I play on the NES. I never really played Nintendo Tetris, but I played Game Boy Tetris. Like
I played the hell out of Game Boy Tetris. Yeah, so much. But yeah, it was a good trip. Good trip. Weather was great. Yeah,
great.
Saw a lot of old friends, made new friends. It was good. It was very good.
Yeah. It's nice to hear you made new friends.
Yeah. So, should we talk about video games?
Well, I mean, there sure are a lot of them coming out.
There are. Like, watching the SGF stuff happen and the Microsoft showcase and then the Nintendo Direct, all I could think of was, damn, like the second half of this year, especially September,
stacked,
is absolutely positively stacked. And how much there is to play.
Like to the point that
insane.
This sounds kind of silly, but it's to the point that like I'm a little bit bummed because there's no way I'm playing all the stuff I want to play. I wouldn't even say like this year, but just in general, because
you can't possibly.
There's another year on the way.
Right. There's another year right after this
one. It's not going to stop. So, yeah, just like I wasn't prepared for between like the State of Play and Summer Games Fest last week, and then the Xbox and Nintendo presentations this past week was like, oh man, just the even, and I feel like I'm even pretty picky about the games I want to play, and it's just piling up.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like every month there's just tons to play on every platform, it seems. I did want to revisit some things from the State of Play because I wasn't on the show last week to talk about it, but
well, let's do it.
Gitaru Man.
Ooh, Gitaru Man. I forgot that was on there. I need to play that.
It's it's not out yet. It's coming to the PlayStation game catalog, the classics stuff, which I believe is going to be released this week. So Gitaru Man is part of June's lineup, which I believe comes out this week. So I'm very excited about that because it's been a long time since I played Gitaru Man, and I can't wait to play it again.
6.5.
What did I give it?
I gave it a 6.5. I think you gave it I want to say you gave it a 7.5 or an 8.
I think I gave it higher. Yeah. The only problem being it's just too short of a game.
It's just really short.
Yeah. It's a great game though.
Yeah.
One of my favorites for sure. So I will be playing that. I hope the input lag is okay.
That's what I worry about. Like every time I want to go back and because I used to love music games,
Yeah.
and every time I go back, it just
Hmm.
there's just enough input. Like now, that being said, the TV that I have now is probably the best one I've had in the last like 20 years when it comes
Hmm.
to that. And I haven't tried a music game on this
Yeah.
one yet, so it might not be a problem anymore.
There's still like milliseconds of lag
Yeah, but it might not
on.
be an issue at this point. Like, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. I know I picked up the Patapon 1 and 2 collection when they had their price error. Did you see that?
no,
For a few hours, they were offering it at like 87% off. It was like under $5.
nice.
Patapon 1 and 2 on the Switch. So I bought it, and it was later revealed that it was a pricing error. We weren't supposed to discount it that deeply. So I was very happy that I bought it. And you can play it in handheld, and the lag is fine. But if you hook it up to a TV, you get input lag.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if there's a setting. There probably is a setting. Most modern games do have it, but yeah. Also, I want to call out Stuntman Hollywood because that
I
game
was
looked
so
excellent.
excited about that.
Just like you, it's like when I heard the music for Knight Rider, I was like, "What is
Yeah,
happening
what's
here?"
going
And then the
on?
Back to the Future music, and
Yeah.
before that, they did Miami Vice as well,
Yes.
and then Fast and the Furious, and I was just and Mad Max in there as well. I was just like, "Holy crap, this is going to be great!"
My question is, did they reveal all other licenses? I hope they didn't.
Right, right. I
But
hope
I
they
mean,
didn't
even if
too.
they did, I guess it's not the end of the world or anything. But I just kind of hope they didn't. And I also feel like this, if it does well enough, that leaves it open for DLC.
Yeah, it does.
So,
With
but yeah,
other film studios, hopefully, fingers crossed.
yeah, well, yeah, that's just it because it's all Paramount. Is that what this is?
It's all Universal.
Universal, right? Sorry. Although everyone's merging now anyway, so
Well, that's true.
doesn't matter. Yeah, because
Kidding.
I was talking about this last week. Like I vividly remember playing through Stuntman
Yeah.
on the PlayStation 2 and reviewing it for EGM.
Yeah. I remember watching you review Stuntman.
Yeah, and then that game was way too hard, way too hard. So
What a great
hopefully,
idea for a
yes.
game.
So hopefully this corrects that. But who
Yeah.
the hell saw Stuntman coming? Like
No one.
20 years later, more than 20 years later, 25 years later.
I know.
By the way, you gave Gitaru Man a 7.
A 7.
I gave it a 6.
Oh.
And Jeannie gave it a 7.5.
Oh. I feel bad about that score. I should have given it higher.
I don't. It's a great game, but
Yeah.
I think
I probably said
I
in
know
my review, hey, if you like music games, add 2 points to this or something like that.
yeah, I mean,
Could see that.
I don't know. I think this was pre-new games journalism, and we were definitely still doing product reviews. And I think that was a responsible score to give it personally. But
yeah, responsible considering it's a full priced game and you could finish it in like an hour.
yeah.
Which, wasn't a good thing back then.
Mhm.
Exactly. I also want to call out The Lost Wild, which is
That is the Jurassic Park game.
non-licensed Jurassic Park game. But it basically seems like Jurassic Park with stealth mechanics. And I think that is so super cool. I am like very excited about that game very suddenly. And it was those two were like some of the surprises from the various showcases just because some of that stuff leaks before and we see a lot of things that we already knew about, so that doesn't really count. Like looking at Wolverine, okay, I'm gonna
exactly.
that game
It was
up,
exciting,
that's fine.
but we were all expecting a bunch of gameplay for Wolverine. So
yeah,
because I think they announced that they were going to do it.
They did, yeah. And then to get into SGF stuff, the Stranger Than Heaven thing, the cast reveal. How do you feel about using dead actors or musicians in games? I feel
weird about it.
I really
do.
I really don't like it.
I mean, here's the thing is I feel weird about it. And every time I try to rationalize how I feel about that, I come back around to it feels exploitative.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, we're using this person's likeness to sell this game.
Yeah.
But to be fair, if they were still alive, that would be the same reason they were doing it.
Well, that's true. That's true.
And I mean, I think it really does depend on how they treat the person with dignity.
Right.
And I think Sega, I want to say they came out and said that they weren't using AI to recreate Tupac or his performance,
Right.
which I think is important. And obviously it's being done with his estate's permission.
Although apparently the estate is just some rich white guy and not his family.
Oh, really?
Like it's somebody who bought the estate out from underneath the family. And
all right, well, that makes me less happy about it.
Yeah,
because I want to say that there was another game or movie or something.
I'm thinking Onimusha. Didn't they do this with the Onimusha back in the PS2? Didn't they bring back a Kurosawa actor?
Maybe. But if that's the case, yeah, well, that's kind of upsetting. I mean, you still need to get the estate's approval, but
yes,
if the surviving family members, especially say children, or spouse, right, or parents, if the parents are surviving. But anyway, if the surviving immediate family members don't agree with it, then I don't agree with it.
Yeah. I'm right with you on there.
It's a weird place, man. We're in a weird place with that stuff. Like,
it's very weird. Yeah. Also, I wanted to call out Mighty Cuphead Adventures, the Master System game that MDHR is making. I think that's super cool, and I want to see. I'd love to see more of that kind of thing happen, just in general. I think that'd be great. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the Nintendo Direct. Why not? Let me bring it up here, actually, because why not? We'll just watch the whole thing.
Let's just watch the whole thing.
No, I mean, let's start at the end with the Ocarina of Times thing.
Yeah, I said this in our Discord, and you guys kind of jumped on me for this, but I was kind of disappointed that they didn't show more of. I mean, I knew that it was coming, obviously, and I want to play it, but I just. I kind of wish they'd shown a little bit more than that.
Yeah. The way I feel about it is like, we know what Ocarina of Time is. I don't need to get any more hyped, especially depending on how far away this is. If this is a December game, it's this year. Yeah. But if it's a December game or even a November game, I don't need to see the whole thing now. They can do a Zelda Direct a little later. It's not like I'm hurting for things to play or get excited about.
No, I know. I just would have liked to have seen a little bit more.
I could see
that's
that.
all.
I could see that. Yeah,
I think,
but they've been planning this reveal probably for a long time, and so putting this trailer together, and then you had the leak, which is like, okay, now you know it exists. But if you think about, okay, what if that hadn't leaked? And what if this was what we saw? You would be very hyped about it, right? It's just that we knew about it before, and this is all we got, this teaser, that you're disappointed.
Yeah. I just, because, here's the thing. Because, and I was having a discussion about this with a friend, actually at your best friend Mike's place. And we were talking about it because this friend of mine has never played Ocarina of Time.
Right.
So he was just saying, is it, does it hold up? And I immediately said yes. But then I thought about it, and it's like, you know what? I don't know if it holds up, because it was revolutionary at the time.
Yeah.
And it set a lot of standards for 3D adventure games, but that doesn't necessarily mean it holds up. Right. So that to me is the big thing. I'm really curious to see what Hyrule Field is going to be like, and how they've refined the control. And, I get it. This is just a teaser. I understand. But especially because I found the other thing in the context of the Nintendo Direct, that was a long show. They showed a lot of games.
They did.
But they showed a lot of games that I was not remotely into. I'm not saying I wasn't interested in any of them, but the lion's share of the stuff they showed, which they showed a lot of montages.
Yeah.
I wasn't necessarily excited for, but I was sticking around because I knew Zelda was going to be at the end.
Right.
And then that's what I got. And I was like, oh man, I stuck around for like 30 seconds of him sleeping. Like, okay.
But this is the opening of
bummer.
Ocarina of Time, right? He's in the hut and sleeping. And you wake up and that's how the game starts, right? So I'm interested to see. We have our sort of first look at Link, and it's a more realistic looking Link, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering, like, what angle they're taking with this remake, because they could do the normal Nintendo thing where it's like graphics cleaned up, but it's the same gameplay, maybe a couple tweaks, or they could go the route that a lot of companies have been going recently, and I'm talking about Final Fantasy VII remake. I'm talking about
where
Resident Evil remakes,
right,
where it's the graphics are completely overhauled.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the game itself is overhauled.
Yeah,
but it's in the spirit. It's meant to evoke the same kind of feeling as the original. And actually, that's the direction I want this to go in. And
that's what I'm so curious about.
Instead of the 3DS Ocarina of Time 3D remake, which is basically just the N64 game, a couple things tweaked.
Yeah. See, and this is what I'm talking about. That's why I would have loved to have seen even like, 30 seconds of anything happening.
Right.
Whether it was a battle, whether it was, him, or even, like even show a recreation of the full intro, like with Navi flying around through the town, because at least you get a good feel for the art style a little bit better than that. So that's all. I agree with you. And that's what I'm saying is I don't know how well it holds up. And I feel like they do need to do what you're talking about. It does need to be a remake that captures the spirit of that game, but feel like a new game.
Yes.
And I have a feeling that's what it's going to be. Now I say that.
Yeah. I'm hoping
Star Fox 64 is basically Star Fox 64, but
we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
I'm super impressed with the Star Fox demo that we got. Just from the standpoint of the cinematics and what that all adds, the banter between the pilots and the crew during gameplay, like I feel like that elevates that beyond what I thought. We were just getting, a straight up remake of Star Fox 64. So I'm hopeful that Nintendo has kind of seen the trend of Final Fantasy VII and the Resident Evil games and all of these remakes that are coming out that are more advanced than the remakes we have gotten in the past, and that they're taking that tack for Ocarina of Time. That is my hope. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about more stuff from the Direct. So Rhythm Heaven
looks great.
Looks amazing. I've already pre-ordered that. So
of course. Yep.
I'll be ready to go. I think the little dungeon crawling RPG mode looks fun too. Like I'm into that, and it looks like it's got some fun multiplayer stuff. So that'll be really fun. Yeah, I'm ready for a new Rhythm Heaven game. It's been a while.
Never
since
really played any of them.
It's been a while since I played the last one. I think maybe even on the 3DS was the last time I really played one.
Okay.
But very excited about it. Yeah. Surprised they didn't do a demo.
I was surprised there was no demo as well, especially where they went out of their way to really describe the gameplay.
Yeah.
They did a whole demo.
They did, yeah.
There of that lily pad jumping game. So
they did.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Rayman Legends Retold.
Great game. Ubisoft is definitely leaning into the remakes.
They are, and again,
Black Flag.
I want to say this is like yes, a remake, but graphically, completely redone. And it looks astounding. It looks great.
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
And I know that
Excited
they
about
have. I mean, my favorite thing in this game was the music levels.
Yeah.
And I do
Black
like that
Betty.
they pointed out that there's Black Betty in particular, that there are, I think, 3 new music levels they're adding to the game as well,
Yeah.
or something like that. So that's great. But yeah, I've never really played through this game, so I
Yeah, me
might
either.
pick this
I
up
I
because
didn't pick it up last gen or yeah, when it
yeah, I think I
whatever
played it on
generation it
Game
was out on.
Pass. Played a
Okay.
bit of it on Game Pass, and that was
Because it
I think
came
my
out
son
for
really got
Wii
into it.
U,
Yeah,
but I never played it on Wii U. So, but I heard very good things about it.
yeah. What I
And
played of it was
looks
really good.
fantastic.
So yeah.
Yeah. The Donkey Kong Challenge.
I love this idea.
Limited time only. The DK Challenge event is on now. So until September 1st, if you're an NSO subscriber, you can go into the NSO app and look at various challenges across a wide variety of Donkey Kong games that are both in the Nintendo Classics apps or in Donkey Kong Bonanza as well.
Yeah.
And you kind of select things out of the Nintendo Switch Online app, and it brings you right to that point, whatever. It's like I don't know, like a save state or something for the retro games.
It's like what was that collection? Those collections Nintendo did, the old
NES
games.
Remix and
NES Remix. That's what it
the
reminds me
Nintendo
of.
World Championships
Yeah.
game as well.
That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, very, very similar to that. So yeah, you get like a bunch of challenges, and in Donkey Kong Junior, Donkey Kong Country, all of those games. And yeah, I did a couple of these.
I haven't done any of them.
They're pretty fun, actually. Yeah,
that's the thing. I'm not a fan of anything FOMO. You know what I mean? Like, which this is.
Yeah, because they're time limited, and there's like a couple waves.
But it's a great way to take advantage of, these collections of games they've got on their console. Like,
yeah,
why not? Let's, spruce it up, get people in there playing these different games. Yeah, I love it. It's a great idea.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I'd like to see them do it more often with different franchises or even consoles or whatever.
Yeah, me too.
As that library builds, yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. For sure. Okay, we got Nintendo Switch
Sports Resort. So is this a remake or is this a new Nintendo Sports?
It seems like a little of both.
Okay. It looks
because
really
it does have some of the, I mean, archery was in Resort on the Wii, right?
Okay.
Like some of these were on the Wii Sports Resort game. So it looks okay.
It looks I think it looks fun. I don't know that I'll play it. I think it depends on if my kids see it and think that it looks neat.
Yeah.
But
Did you play Nintendo Switch Sports, the one that's already out?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because again, they weren't interested, and this isn't something I'm just going to sit and play myself. So,
yeah, that's true.
But it does look good.
It looks great. Yeah, indeed. Okay, well, let's see what other games. Splatoon Raiders. Very excited about that.
You're a Splatoon guy.
We got a Treehouse demo of that as well, and I am a Splatoon guy. I'm very excited about Splatoon Raiders. This is like a single player salmon run type of thing, which looks great. I'm down with it, so I'm ready to go.
You're a squid now?
And a kid, both.
Now.
Squid now, kid now. All right, let's talk Final Fantasy Resonance.
This was a nice surprise.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if this is something that people already knew about, but I mean, I've been saying ever since the first time I saw, I think it was like Octopath Traveler. A friend of the show, Scoop Joey, called this out in a chat that I'm in with him, where it's like, and I think he said, like, you've been saying this since Octopath Traveler, but you would like to see a traditional Final Fantasy in this sort of visual style.
Yeah.
And so it's finally happening. And it looks like it's like a fully turn-based
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy in HD 2D. It looks like it's going to have a lot of fan service.
Yeah. Because
Which
you
I'm down with.
summon characters from other Final Fantasy
Yep.
games. That's part of it.
So I'm excited about this. Like I'm holding out hope that this is going to be good. I mean, I want to go. I think they've done a fairly lengthy demo of the battle system, which I haven't checked out yet. There's definitely lots of places they can misstep as far as me turning my nose up at it. Like if there's a bunch of fiddly little systems that are all layered on top of one another for battles, or if it's like really grind heavy or something like that. But so far, I really like the way this looks.
Yeah, me too. And now this is a port, or rather like a reimagining of a mobile game that they did a couple of years ago, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. So,
yeah.
But of course, taking out all the mobile free-to-play stuff and making it a linear RPG, which I think is cool that they're doing this. And yeah, I think it looks great.
Yeah, it's on my radar for sure. Like I said, I'm tentatively excited about it.
Tentative excitement.
Yes. Yeah.
That's good.
It really does look nice.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts.
Speaking of games they'll screw up. So, okay. The Kingdom Hearts collections, that's great that they're coming to Switch 2.
Native, because before they were available as
all
cloud versions.
Ridiculous names. And yeah, then out of the blue, they announced Kingdom Hearts 4.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing.
I've only ever played the first two games, and only part way.
Here's my takeaway from what they showed of Kingdom Hearts 4.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look like it takes place in any Disney worlds.
No, what they showed, it was like,
or is it just Big Hero 6? No, it was in Shinjuku, right?
Oh, I'm sorry, Shibuya.
Okay. Yeah. But either way, like, so I don't understand. Like, it doesn't look like Kingdom Hearts. I don't know. I don't get it.
I mean, it does, but it looks like the non-Disney parts of Kingdom Hearts.
Right. So is that what's happening? We just got some Disney characters in here. Because I mean, and again, I'm a lapsed Kingdom Hearts player. I loved the first one. I kind of played each one after that. But like, it seems to me, if I remember correctly, the whole point was that you were sort of bouncing from Disney themed world to world. And now it just looks like you're fighting the Heartless in the real world, which
how far
maybe that's where the story goes.
Actually, how far is the release for this? Because they may have a whole marketing plan that will show off the Disney stuff.
It just seems like a weird thing to show off when you're announcing new Kingdom Hearts, that it's just they're fighting on the streets of
I suppose, but you want to show that it's like coming to Switch 2 and this is it running on Switch 2.
Yeah, okay.
And we're not unveiling any of the Disney worlds, but we're showing you this part of it. I think that's okay. I'm not going to play this though.
So. I probably won't either. Speaking of fiddly RPGs, the Kingdom Hearts series is one of the worst offenders.
Yeah,
I think, and the story is inscrutable. Although I will say that there's a YouTuber, Andrew Blewett, who does great long form documentaries on a lot of different games, mostly Final Fantasy games, but he's also taken on Kingdom Hearts, and bless him, he has done an amazing job breaking down the overarching storyline of the Kingdom Hearts games in the Kingdom Hearts videos he's done so far. I still don't understand them, but I feel like he explained them as well as they could be explained.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Highly recommend his stuff. But like the web they've weaved as far as the stories for Kingdom Hearts games is unreal. It's just it's so hard to figure out what the hell is happening.
Yeah. Without a doubt. All right, looking at the rest of the stuff they announced, more content for Pokemon Pokopia. That's cool.
Yep.
For sure. We got Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave, which continues to look great, but I'm not sure if I'll play it.
Nope.
Let's see. Ocarina of Time, obviously. Very, very good.
Duskbloods, Xenoblade Genesis.
Genesis plus Nintendo Switch 2 editions of all the previous Xenoblade Chronicles games. That's kind of cool, although they're staggered releases, and the only one out of this that I actually own is 2, so I have to wait until July 30th. And I was at the very end of that game too, so I could like buy the Nintendo Switch.
I can't believe you didn't finish it.
Edition and then finish that game, maybe. Orbitals continues to look great. That is the sort of 2-player co-op sort of It Takes Two /
2-player co-op, but hopefully good.
Yeah, hopefully good. It looks great. They've got a lot of style.
Split Fiction.
From developer Shape Farm. Yeah, which is cool. The DK Challenge we talked about. Deltarune. I'm not really an Undertale guy, so
no, me neither.
Dragon's Dogma 2. That's cool for people who like that. Coming to Switch 2. That's awesome. Big Walk. I'm very excited about that because that's House's next game. Yeah. They did the Untitled Goose Game, and that comes out in August. And I believe it's like a day one release on PlayStation Plus. So I'll just get it on PlayStation Plus. The Vampire Survivors Jujutsu Kaisen Rumble game was interesting, like a sort of battle royale version of Vampire Survivors. That was kind of cool.
That was interesting.
I'm not a Jujutsu Kaisen fan, so
no,
but that was pretty cool.
But I wasn't expecting it. Oh, that One Piece cooking game. I don't think anyone had that on their radar.
Right. Yeah, and that's like a Kairosoft game too.
Yes, which honestly, I'm not a One Piece fan at all, but I used to love the Kairosoft games on mobile.
Yeah, on mobile.
Like, they were so cute and so much fun.
Absolutely. Surprising to see Stellar Blade, which, was a PlayStation, not first party, like second party release on Switch 2. That's cool. So yeah, like a lot of good stuff coming for Switch. All right. Should we jump into Microsoft? I didn't watch the Microsoft show, so I'm gonna lean on you.
I was honestly, so I went into the Microsoft show with probably out of all 3 system manufacturer showcases, the lowest expectations.
Yeah.
Just because, and I mean, if you listened to our show last week, we both felt that way. Just because Microsoft has been struggling.
Yeah.
In my mind, and they haven't done a lot of stuff recently that I've really enjoyed. I was pretty impressed by this, but again, coming from the standpoint of I wasn't expecting much.
Sure.
So we saw lots of Gears of War E-Day.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it looks like Gears of War. It looks like a modern Gears of War.
Sure.
Which, if you're a Gears of War fan, then I think that people are going to go crazy for this. Yeah. If you weren't into those games, I don't think this is going to change anyone's mind. I think, it really looks like it knows what it is, and it's going to do it really well. And that's enough, I think, for Gears of War. I will say that I think, and I get why that they're in street clothes for the first part, because this is E-Day. This is a prequel. This is Emergence Day, which is what led up to the world of Gears of War. I think they look so goddamn silly with all those big guns strapped to their backs while they're wearing like blazers and stuff, and not the big chunky Gears of War armor. Right. I just think they look ridiculous. But again, you know what? Like, this is, to me, Gears of War is very much in the same vein as like Doom used to be. Well, still is, where it's just like, this is just blood and guts, gore and giblets, rock and roll, shoot everything
over the top.
Yeah. And it looks like it's going to be exactly what it needs to be. So, I was really impressed by it. Actually, I found it way more interesting than I expected. So then I didn't put everything on this list here, but a few other things. So there's the Halo campaign Evolved, which they seem to be turning into a buddy cop game, which is fine. I think Halo's had a lot of missteps in some of its recent games, so they're going back to the well, and that's fine. I mean, of every Halo that's ever been released, the first Halo is still my favorite. So I'm a little excited to see, how they reimagine my favorite Halo game.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I don't know what to
It
say. It
does
looks
look
good.
good.
It looks good. I want to re-experience this. So, and it's, day one on Game Pass.
Although there's so many games coming out this
I
year.
know.
Oh, this one's coming out on PlayStation because they had already announced that. Gears of War apparently was going to come out on PlayStation E-Day, and
But
then
this is one
they
they've said now it's console exclusive, right?
decided that it's console exclusive.
So yeah, so again, hanging out with buddies there at your best friend Mike's place, and that came up too, where it's like, and I agree now that I've gone back and looked at it. I didn't realize it at the time, but it felt like, this was supposed to be like the great reset for the Xbox brand. That's what it felt like it was supposed to be. Right? But only 2 of the games they showed are console exclusive.
Well, because they announced all these other games that would have PS5.
Oh, so you're saying this is the tip of the iceberg?
I'm saying these are the only ones they hadn't already announced PlayStation versions of. So they're like, okay, well, I guess we just won't announce PlayStation versions of these, because they announced a PS5 version of Fable, Forza Horizon 6, Halo Campaign Evolved, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. What else have they done recently? Like a lot of their big hitters. And then even in this showcase, Senua, the Hellblade game, which isn't coming out for a few years, that's announced for PS5 also. So
yes,
during or like right after this showcase, they said, oh, well, like the single player games will be console exclusive and the multiplayer games will be ported. But that doesn't explain Senua, and it doesn't explain Fable. But I mean, I guess they already announced those games.
No, I think, you know what? I think you're right. I think you're making a good point. It didn't really hit me that these were sort of existing PlayStation 5 release announcements.
These were the ones that have not been announced already for PlayStation 5. So they could say that, even though I was wondering if they were going to pull Halo or pull Forza Horizon 6 or pull Fable off of
well, but they're in such a weird place, right? Because I mean, Forza 5 did so well in the PlayStation 5.
Yeah,
do you want to leave all that money on the table?
Huge. They would be leaving a lot of money on the table.
Yeah. So
I still think they're going to be leaving a lot of money on the table, just in general. Like, and we can kind of talk about this, like the next 100 days memo that came out, the reset of the Xbox brand. You didn't see this?
Is it just that we're releasing a bunch of new games and laying a bunch of people off? Is that the memo?
That's the memo.
Yeah. Whatever. I don't want to talk about that because I'm feeling pretty good about this presentation. So,
I mean, the other problem with it is so Fable, Senua, Forza Horizon 6, Halo, and they just canceled a bunch of games that would have been exclusive, like Perfect Dark, the Romero Games game, and then Rare with Everwild. So what the hell are they going to have?
I don't know. That's kind of my point.
What are they going to have in the next few years? They've already announced multi-platform strategies for the games that have been announced, which, still aren't out. And then they canceled a bunch of games. So what do they have?
I feel bad for I forget her name, the lady that took over,
Asha Sharma,
because she's taking over a sinking ship.
I
hope she fixes it. I hope.
So here's the thing.
But I don't know how you do that.
Fix it to what?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know what the vision is, and that's
What's the goal?
That was kind of the point of this conversation. Was like, what is the goal? Because
they're already in third place.
Like they're hedging. It feels like they're hedging, and I feel like if they're out to rebuild the Xbox brand, hedging isn't the way to do it.
No. But
again.
Well, and if they greenlight sequels to Fallout, which the rumor is that they are trying to fast track a Fallout thing, are they going to make that exclusive?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Xbox.
They should have been all over. They should have been all over Fallout with the way the series took off.
They should have been. they weren't ready for that apparently. So yeah. Like, but yeah, what is the goal? To get back in the console race? Like, Sony is already like way ahead, almost like 100 million PS5 sold.
And that's
So
the thing, right? Because I feel like you can't. It feels like a new generation isn't sort of a natural reset anymore either.
no,
Unless some of your competition massively missteps, like say when they announced the Xbox One.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like they handed that generation to Sony.
they did. Yeah, well, they
But I
didn't think
just
they were doing it, but they
right,
did.
and I just feel like right now that's kind of what Microsoft needs
Well, the other
to
thing is
regain this their standing.
the idea of like clawing back exclusives. That's what they did in 2014, 2015, 2016. And, you know, it didn't work for them then.
You know, I think it's part of a greater issue. And that's why I'm curious. Again, I'm with you. I don't know what the plan is, but it's starting to feel like the plan is the same plan that it has
The
been.
plan is the same plan from 2014.
And
that didn't work.
To expand on that, and we've talked about this before as well, when Microsoft went on that purchasing spree, that studio purchasing spree, I'm pretty sure I sat on this show and said, like, it's going to be a shame in like 5 or 6 years when all these companies shut down.
Yeah.
But I mean, they did it before. Like, I vividly remember, because Double Fine was one, and now they're one of the studios that have been purchased, but Double Fine was one of the studios that was hit when they did this before, where they paid a bunch of people to create exclusive games.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the original Xbox.
The original Xbox, yeah.
And then they canceled a bunch of them. And
they decided they didn't need them.
There was some show where they actually, was it Ed Freeze who was going around canceling this stuff? Like there was footage of them canceling these games. You know what I mean?
Really?
Like I'm just saying, talking about it. Like they were going around and like looking at like the game that I think it was Psychonauts, wasn't it? That Double Fine was working on. Yeah. And then like announcing almost immediately, oh, we're canceling it.
Yeah.
And they did this like round of where they were like, this is the way to support the brand. We're going to pay a bunch of, highly regarded studios to do exclusive games. Yeah. And then they just like, it was a mass cancellation of everything.
Yeah.
And then they kind of trundled along like that. And then, I mean, the 360, they did great, obviously.
They did it at the end of the 360's life, though.
Exactly. Also, and then when they went and started buying a bunch of studios, because that was supposed to be the big solution for what's going wrong with the Xbox brand, like I said, I remember saying, like, they're going to get cold feet.
Yeah.
They're going
they did that in part
to cut these studios loose.
To have content for Game Pass.
Oh, I know.
And that didn't really work out. I mean, it didn't sell consoles, didn't sell hardware.
No.
And then it didn't work with the streaming thing and Xbox Everywhere. Right. Which honestly, I don't think Xbox Everywhere is as bad as people want to blame it for.
I think that you have to look at it in the greater context of the brand, though.
Yeah.
Which is, like, if everything else was hunky-dory, I think the Xbox Everywhere thing actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
If the brand itself is strong, and then the message is, hey, you know what? These games you love on this hardware you love, you can play them anywhere. You can play them on your phone. You can play them on your TV. You know what I mean?
Tablet,
you can play them on your connected devices. I think that's a strong message. The problem is that the brand itself has been so weakened.
Yeah.
That it is serving to further sort of not dissolves, not the word I'm looking for, but it's diversifying something. It's stretching it even thinner.
Yeah, right? And I think people also don't want to play cloud games yet. I think that's coming.
It's getting better.
Because buying new video game hardware is not a very great
right.
Yeah.
But it reminds me, what it reminds me of, the Xbox Anywhere thing reminds me of like the Wii versus the Wii U, which is like, you and I, people who are paying attention, that wasn't confusing.
Yeah.
But I think over time it was proven that it was confusing to the average consumer.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think that Xbox Anywhere is very similar to that.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Not
Man,
again.
I love the
Along
Wii U.
Right. Along with, again, because the hardware, they already had people confused because you have the Xbox Series X, the Xbox Series S, and it's, if you're not in the know, you can't explain what the difference is.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So if you're not paying attention. So anyway, sorry, that was a bit of a side rant there, but
side rant.
Yeah, I don't know what the plan is either. That was kind of the point, is what is the plan? Because it doesn't seem like they came out with one. It seemed like it felt like that's what they were going to do, and then they didn't.
The plan seems like they're clawing back all their exclusives.
Yeah.
And they think that will change their fortunes. I don't think it will change their fortune at all.
No.
Not in the short term, and also not in the long term, because they tried that in 2014, 2015, 2016. They tried it. It didn't work.
Yeah.
And going multi-platform, I want to say, is like the best thing. I mean, suddenly they were like the biggest publisher out there. I mean, Forza Horizon 5 on PlayStation did huge. Sea of Thieves on PlayStation did huge and continues to. Halo on PlayStation will probably do very well.
Yep. And I mean, they've still got Call of Duty, and they still got Minecraft, and
yeah, they've still got those games that they have to do multi-platform. They have to do Call of Duty multi-platform. They have to do Minecraft multi-platform. They have to do the Bethesda stuff multi-platform. Like, you think fans are going to accept the idea that those are only on Xbox? Like,
and that's why I think they backed themselves into a corner.
They did back themselves into a corner, but
if they really want to fix the brand, if they want to make people buy Xbox hardware, you've got to make, and I know they can't legally with some of them, you've got to make that stuff exclusive.
I mean,
but you can't.
Yes, and they can't legally.
And I think there's the added bonus of seeing how successful some of those brands have been multi-platform. All that money you leave on the table.
They're leaving a lot of money on the table. Right. And the problem here, I think anyway, is so Clockwork Revolution is the other exclusive game. That is like a new IP from In Exile, which is a studio that already doesn't really have a console pedigree.
Nope.
I think that thing's going to tank. Despite
I do too, and it looks so good.
Despite it looking very good, I think it's going to tank because it's not available where the most people are, and it just seems like a silly move. I know. I mean, they say they're following what their most hardcore fans want. I don't think that's a great idea necessarily for like long-term success. Maybe short-term, sure. I don't even know if short-term.
I don't know. Again, I don't envy the position they're in.
I still can't believe they increased the price of Game Pass by 50% last fall. That to me was like the death blow.
It couldn't have helped.
Like that, I canceled. I canceled Game Pass that month, and then I also, since I was in the subscriptions tab on Microsoft's website, also canceled Office 365 while I was at it, because I was like, while we're here, let's talk about subscriptions I'm not using.
Crap I'm paying for.
Exactly.
So let's touch on a few more of these games, though, so we can get into what you've been playing. But
Fable continues to look awesome.
So, well, you know what, though? I pumped the brakes there a little bit.
What?
It looks
pump the brakes.
It looks good.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I really liked the trailer, actually. The trailer was really well done, I thought. But your best friend Mike and I were talking about this again the other. We sit and chatting about all this stuff the other night, and he and I were in very deep agreement on this, which was, I felt pretty good about it because I thought I was the only one who felt this way. So the first Fable was good. It was okay.
I disagree. I don't think Fable has been good ever.
I thought the second Fable was fantastic. I really liked. But you know what both of those games had that's not coming through here? They had a very distinct art style that I found really attractive.
Yeah, whereas this does not.
And I was kind of hoping that they were going to try to emulate that a little bit, obviously at a much higher fidelity. And they're not in the least. And I'm a little disappointed about it, to be honest.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. It doesn't look distinct.
No, that's exactly
it. Like
it doesn't
fantasy game. Okay.
Yes. And Fable, and the thing is that Fable did look distinct. Like you looked at it, you knew you were looking at Fable. You know what I mean?
Which you don't right here.
Right. Until they said that that's what we were watching. When you just look at clips of this, until they get into the more silly stuff.
The
'Cause
silly
that's very
hats.
Fable. Yeah, that's very Fable. But
Yeah.
otherwise, it's like, this could be anything. Right?
I
It
understand.
still looks good. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just
Looks
saying,
good.
like, I wanted it to be more distinct.
Yeah.
Get
it.
I have to say too, so Belmont's Curse. They showed some more Castlevania Belmont's Curse.
Yeah.
Left me feeling kind of flat.
Really? Why is that?
I don't know. Just seeing it in motion.
I don't even know where that is in the presentation.
Oh yeah, you weren't in it there. Yeah.
Wasn't it?
I don't know how to describe it. I feel like maybe it's because all of the like every single bit of the combat looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
Even like the,
Really?
the spell. I think it was much earlier in the presentation, by the way.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. So I don't know. I've never played a game by these people. So I don't know if that's just what their games look like.
Yeah.
But I was watching it and I was like, I don't know. Not necessarily sure I'm loving this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it's from the Dead Cells developers.
Right.
And I don't know. I think it looks pretty awesome.
I don't know. I'm definitely I mean, I'm going to play it. Obviously, it's Castlevania, but I don't know, man. Just watching the combat and stuff, it feels way more over the top than I think I'm necessarily going to like.
Okay.
But I know that that's probably what their games are like. That's probably what Dead Cells was like. I never played Dead Cells.
Oh, so the Castlevania content from Dead Cells was very good. I like Dead Cells a lot.
Yeah, I know a lot of people did. I've never played it.
And
so, I mean, I'm going to give this a shot. Don't get me wrong. What was before I didn't put this on the list, but you were scrolling through there. What was that game that looks like it's like, I think it's from Crunchyroll is part of it.
Oh yeah.
The like an 80s anime, 70s or 80s anime style.
Thing.
That looks gorgeous.
Yeah, where is that?
In a Realm Beyond. That's not the
Vivarium.
Vivarium, that's it.
Yeah.
Looks absolutely beautiful.
It does. It looks like a Studio Ghibli thing.
Yeah.
Like 70s, 80s anime.
My God. Yeah, it looks I'm beautiful. It looks like I'm watching cartoons at 6 a.m. before I go to school when I was like 7 years old.
Exactly.
Like that's what it's evoking. And I'm like, I don't even know what it's about. But boy, does it ever look nice.
It looks great. Yeah.
Holy crap.
This is definitely on my radar too.
Yeah. Like just when they were first showing it, because at first it's like, oh, well, these are just cutscenes. But no, the whole game looks like this.
The whole game looks like it, right?
Wild.
With subtitles too. Like fun.
So hopefully this ends up being something that I find like interesting to play. But boy, is it pretty. Oh my God. It is
very, very pretty. This and Orbitals, bringing it back to 70s and 80s anime. I love that.
Yeah, for sure. A couple more things to get through here. So Crazy Taxi World Tour. So this has been a little bit controversial. Outside of the controversy, I will say I feel like they understand the assignment.
Yes.
Which I've been very worried about, very vocally worried about on the show since they announced it.
Mm-hmm.
Having it run with Offspring playing as the music definitely helped right away. But I mean, a big part of what they're showing here, which I think it looks like gameplay footage.
It's a mix of gameplay footage and cinematics, yeah.
But I mean, they're clearly recreating the original arcade San Francisco level here because it's not just in the spirit of it. I mean, they're showing scenes that are right out of that level.
Yep, exactly.
So, hey, okay, that's great. So we know that we're going to take the best of this series because the best Crazy Taxi was the first Crazy Taxi.
Mm-hmm. Directed by the same guy.
So I have high hopes.
Yeah.
I have high hopes for it.
Me too. I have really high hopes for it. Just looking at the trailer, not paying attention to any of the other controversy.
Right.
I think it looks great.
Me too.
I hope it's good. They understood the assignment, as you said. Like, they have the licensed music. I think that's fine. Like, I'm ready to like reserve judgment until we have read hands-on impressions of it that don't have anything to do with the current controversy, which is the
Gen
use
AI
of
thing.
Gen AI to develop it, which I honestly,
which they've been a little wishy-washy about.
They've been wishy-washy about it, but I don't care. Show me the final game. If the final game looks good and plays well, I'm fine. Like, that's all I need. I don't need to know what tools the developers used, unless it's very obvious. Like, if people have 5 fingers or 2 fingers or whatnot. Like, yeah,
most people have 5 fingers on it.
7 fingers or whatever, like, you know, the tropes of Gen AI.
I understand.
Yeah. But I think it looks awesome. I think the entire thing looks awesome. Like, I'm very psyched about it.
Yeah, I mean, I went from being, and I was being very skeptical because they had never shown anything about it. And as I've said before, you know, there have been multiple Crazy Taxi games. As far as I'm concerned, I say the first one, I'm talking the arcade game.
Yes.
The Dreamcast Crazy Taxi was great when you played the San Francisco level.
Yeah.
Because that was the arcade game. But it's been diminishing returns ever since.
And all we have seen in this trailer, obviously, is the San Francisco stuff. Since it is called World Tour, there are going to be other locales, allegedly like 5 other locales.
Yeah, and it's all over the world. That's great.
All over the world, which is very cool.
It's about capturing lightning in a bottle, though, right? Because that's what the original Crazy Taxi did. There's just something about it, and the music was a big part of it, which is why I was so happy to hear that.
The Offspring and Bad Religion in this. So.
But it was just that moment in time. They did, and I think it's worth pointing out that like Crazy Taxi was actually part of a larger Sega arcade series.
Yeah,
I forget what they called it. It was the Job.
Yeah. They did like
an
ambulance,
and I think there was a flight sim thing too, where you're a pilot. So, but this one is the one that really resonated, right? Because it's just great, and they've never been able to recapture that magic. So, this makes me feel like maybe they will. Up until this point, I had no confidence that they would. So,
I'm excited about it.
Yeah,
I think it'll be good. I'm optimistic. Let's say and I'm not going to say I won't play it at this point.
I've gone from being skeptical to cautiously optimistic.
Let's just see what the final game is like. Let's not overreact.
Well, no, we're going to overreact. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then the last one I wanted to talk about real quick was Magicians.
What is Magicians?
It looks like BioShock.
Okay.
And that's all I want to say about it. It's great. It looks great.
Okay.
I forget who's making it. But to me, it's got major BioShock vibes.
Okay. I don't think I saw this trailer. I did not watch the
Devil's Deal. You should watch the trailer. I'm trying to see who makes it. Focus Entertainment, Uppercut Games.
What has Uppercut Games done?
Don't know who Uppercut Games is.
I like the idea of a BioShock.
They did Submerged. And they did City of Brass.
Okay.
They did Epoch 1 and 2, Snow Jinx, Danger Dodgers.
Okay.
So Submerged, I remember.
Cool.
Anyway, I think it looks really good. Don't really have much else to say about it except that it just when I was watching it, I like the art style. It's giving me major BioShock vibes, which is a good thing. Can
they do BioShock without the baggage of
who knows
what that game represented?
Who knows?
Yeah. I'm surprised we didn't see any Judas. Or maybe I'm not surprised we didn't see
I don't even
Judas
remember that.
Ken Levine game.
Oh, right.
That he's working on. I guess it's not coming out in 2026.
Guess not.
Yeah. And there's supposedly a new BioShock in development also. And that we haven't seen anything on that in a long time. Or at all. Yeah. Other than they announced it at a certain point.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, we've been going now for over an hour and we're done talking about the most recent 2 showcases.
Yeah.
E3 2026 was pretty impressive, I have to say.
It was pretty impressive. Let's do this tweet from Hacker Alias Dan Before Time, who said, "Who had the best E3 2026, and why was it definitely Nintendo?"
See, I wouldn't even agree with that.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I think all the presentations were kind of on the same level.
Yeah.
I'm excited about all of
the biggest surprise. The biggest surprise for me was Microsoft, because I expected so little. You know what I mean? Like, just the fact that I was engaged. I was excited about the things I was seeing. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree.
Are you going to be excited?
I think that all three of them are pretty similar.
When they announce a whole bunch of layoffs and close a studio or two, that is going to be tough.
But I mean,
it's going to be really
it's
tough.
Also not as if Microsoft's the only one doing that.
This is also true. Is also true. We had news of Ubisoft laying off a bunch of people.
I mean, hey, you want to get into the baggage around things. We're talking about Rayman, and I don't know, like Michel Ancel is not the greatest name to have attached to anything anymore either. So
that's true. That's true. I was watching some some like archival YouTube thing, either retweeted or posted the electronic press kit for Rayman 2.
Oh wow.
And that had like the creative producer from Ubisoft was a female. I don't remember what else she has done at Ubisoft, but I thought at the time that she was going to be like their next like big creator.
Oh yeah.
And Rayman 2 is a great game, by the way.
That wasn't the same lady that did Assassin's Creed, was it?
No, that's Jade Raymond.
Jade Raymond, that's who I was thinking of. Okay.
Yeah. No. Anyway, Rayman 2, they should remake that one next.
Wouldn't hurt. That was a good game.
It was a good game. All right, should we talk about what we've been playing?
We should, before we run out of time.
At this point, no kidding. I'll start.
Okay.
I've been playing Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, which continues to be excellent. And I know a lot of people are kind of down on it because it's basically just a discovery game, but I am having a lot of fun doing the little platforming challenges that each level has, and that each level is unique and fun and not too long. It doesn't overstay its welcome or anything. Like, the mechanics in it are really strong. I know a lot of people didn't give it a chance, but it is a really good game. So just saying that. I also have played a bunch of Pragmata. So because all of these showcases have announced all these games that I'm going to want to play, I was like, I should go back and finish some games that I started a few months ago. So I hopped into Pragmata, and I'm at the end of Pragmata now. So I'm towards the like final bit of that game, and I just love it. I mean, the levels are great, the environments are awesome, the combat is great, the power-ups are great. Even though I'm at the end of the game, there's like still a lot of things to collect and like and do in the game. I've unlocked all of the Earth memory habitats for the shelter, which is cool, and the story is really fun, and I'm just really enjoying this game. Like, I think this will end up in my top 5 of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's just so much fun, and it's so well designed, and it's so dense. Like, I don't feel like any time has been wasted. I don't feel like anything is filler. Like, in a lot of games, you get that feeling towards the end where it's like they're just, padding this thing out. I don't get that feeling at all in Pragmata. So nice. I want to finish that and then go back to Resident Evil Requiem.
Yes, you really do need to finish that game.
I do need to finish it, yeah. And it's not long, so I should definitely finish it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Should we talk about the Star Fox demo?
Let's talk about the Star Fox demo.
I loved it. I loved it a lot. I liked it way more than I thought I was going to. And we know the studio now that is developing it. It's Velen Studios. They are, of course, former Vicarious Visions folks, yeah. And they worked on Mario Kart Live Circuit, that remote control Mario Kart game.
Oh, right. I still have that somewhere around
and
here.
Knockout City, which is also a great game. They did
I remember Knockout City.
Midnight Murder Club for Sony, which I think has bombed, but it was a really cool idea where you're in a mansion and the lights are off and you shoot. You can only see like the flare when somebody shoots, and
Oh, that's really cool.
it's actually like a really fun idea, but I think it pretty much bombed. And yeah, they're doing Star Fox, and I knew, I had a hunch that it was like a Western studio that was doing this game, because the
Yeah.
cinematics and just the style of everything seemed like it was a Western studio, right? And my hunch was Next Level Games, but I didn't even think about Valiant Studios, and I should have, because it looks great, it plays great, 60 frames per second on the handheld. I've only played it in handheld.
Oh, I only played it on screen.
On the TV in docked mode. Yeah. I think it's awesome. I'm so excited about this release. I played through Star Fox 64 back in the day, but never owned it, and so
Really,
yeah, I'm looking forward to this quite a bit.
I have to agree. I still think the characters are disturbing looking, but
most of them, well, especially Fox, is.
Yeah. But
The rest are
gameplay,
fine.
I mean, it's exactly what I was expecting.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's Star Fox 64. It's simple control, but it's it's exactly what I was expecting. I mean, it was a good demo. I'm looking
demo.
forward to playing it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, the bit in the training mission where your VR training goes out, I thought was fun. The whole cinematic that happens was fun.
That's a really good point. I think they've made it way more cinematic.
Yeah,
which is nice, because that's not something they could really do back on the N64. Right. So I agree with you. Actually, that's a good point. It didn't feel like there was a massive disconnect between playing the game and then the cinematic. It felt like it was a really nice continuation into the story pieces. Yep. So yeah. No, I mean, it was really fun. I was happy that they released a demo. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I'm happy they did that as well. Yeah. Maybe they'll do one for Rhythm Heaven and
I really think they should.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
They should just do them for everything.
Just do demos for everything. Yeah, they eventually did for Donkey Kong Bonanza and a couple of other first-party games. But anyway, and then I also played Sin and Punishment.
Right, which is this 64. So this is one of the our online community on Discord has a Game of the Month club, basically, which I think they're mostly just rubbing it in our faces that we never did the Bully Game of the Month, but 20 years ago. But this month they actually did dual. They're kind of cheating, but they did dual Game of the Month. One was Sin and Punishment, and one was Star Fox 64. So we both played some Sin and Punishment for the first 2 weeks of the month. Yeah. Had you ever played this before?
No.
Okay. What'd you think?
At least not much.
Okay.
I enjoyed what I played of it. I found the control to be a little bit challenging.
Yes.
Sluggish. I was using the N64 controller.
Okay, so you were playing it the way it meant to be played. It was meant to be played, because I'll tell you what, playing it on a Pro controller feels really bizarre.
I'm sure.
Really bizarre.
I'm sure of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played it. I think I actually did this wrong. I should have done the left two grips.
That's how
I was doing the right grips.
Well, to be fair, when they tutorialize it, they're teaching you to play it middle and right.
Yes.
But
which is what I did. And then I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
No, I agree, because I mean, I was playing it on a Pro controller, but I was playing it where I was using the right analog stick to aim, and then the D-pad to move back and forth.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
move back and forth on the screen. So it's I mean, for anyone who hasn't played it, it's a treasure shooter, but by the company Treasure. It originally came out on the N64. It's bizarre.
It's got a bizarre control scheme.
It's a rail shooter pretty much.
Yeah.
It's interesting though. It's definitely a treasure game. It's got that sort of like, I don't know how to describe it, like intimate photograph of a very established world beyond the margins.
Mm-hmm.
They give you no context for what's going on. You're just thrown into the middle of this story with these characters. It's like,
and a lot of weird shit
I
happens.
don't know what's happening. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty neat. I don't know. I don't think it holds up very well, to be honest. I wish there was a way to speed up the cursor. The whole game is really sluggish.
It is sluggish, and I don't think it looks very good. I mean, it's an N64 game, so of course it doesn't look very good.
No.
But I think the art style that they're going for kind of
doesn't translate.
Especially doesn't translate. Yeah.
I agree. And it's a very, like, you look at those characters and then you look at something like Gunstar Heroes,
mm-hmm.
and you can see it's a similar art style.
Yeah.
But it doesn't translate at all. And especially playing it on an SO, because of course a lot of the filtering is gone from the old N64. Playing it on a CRT, you're losing a lot of the softness of it. And when you sharpen everything up, it really doesn't do the character models any favors.
Yeah. So no, I don't think so.
But yeah, I mean, I played an hour. So it's not very long. I didn't finish it. But it's not long. But I imported this game back in the day because I was such a big fan of Treasure. Although they were getting weirder and weirder at this point, I don't think this was. What was the last game that they had where it was all about snapping breasts?
Stretch Panic.
That was kind of where I was like, okay, these guys have gone over the edge. But I remember importing it because it's a Treasure game and it wasn't coming here. That sucks. So I have the actual Japanese N64 cartridge down in the game room.
Yeah.
And I played a bunch of it back then too. It's definitely unique. Definitely unique.
It is. Yes.
Yeah. But I don't know that it holds up very well.
No.
Yeah. So, but hey,
at least the menus are in English.
At least the menus are
and the tutorial are in English, and then the rest of the game dialogue is in Japanese, but the voice acting is in English.
Yeah. So it's a good game for NSO for sure. I mean, I'm glad it's there. I'm glad it's there. But yeah, I'm not sure I'm ever going to play any more of this.
I don't think I will either. Yeah. I only played a little bit of the Wii version because they made a sequel for the Wii.
They did. Yes. Yeah. So, but I'm looking forward to. Are you going to play some of the Star Fox 64 before?
I probably will. Yeah, in the run up to the release of Star Fox later this month, I do want to play some.
It'll definitely be cool to have experienced that recently.
Yeah.
When the new remake comes out.
Yeah.
Sure. The person playing in this video you're showing is pissing me off because if they were using the charge shot, they could kill a bunch of those things at once.
That's true. They're not using the charge shot.
Not playing properly
for whatever reason. Yeah. At first, after doing the tutorial, I was like, why would you do any other thing but the charge shot?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
That seems like the most effective method.
It kind of has a bit of like a Panzer Dragoon vibe to it.
Yeah, that's true.
Gameplay wise. I mean, you don't have the 360 degree, you don't have the different quadrants, but I mean, it's a rail shooter in that same vein as the Panzer Dragoon games.
Although you can jump and double jump and all of that and dash and flip and a lot of that stuff.
Although put your fingers into pretzels to do all that stuff.
I know, no kidding. Although on the N64 controller, it's a little bit better, I think. Where all of those
it was definitely made for the N64 controller.
Yeah. I was glad that I had
I need to get one of those.
The NSO controller, at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's all I've been playing.
All right. Well, outside of Star Fox and Sin and Punishment, I finished 007 First Light.
You finished it.
That game is so good. Oh my God. I could not put it down. It was another one of those situations where I was just finding time to play it anywhere I could.
Right.
It so beautifully captures the vibe of the 007 films. And I mean, you have way more experience with Hitman games than I do because it's IO Interactive.
I love that,
and I know you love them exactly. So I don't know how closely it resembles the Hitman games, but like each chapter, I read this somewhere, and I think it's a wonderful description of it. Each sort of chapter starts out as kind of a controlled sandbox.
Yeah.
right? Where you're in a relatively small open area. You know what? I'm saying relatively small. That's not true because some of the missions you're in some, like, I think the second or third mission, you're in like this massive hotel. And,
Mhm.
you've got these objectives, and there's usually 2 to 3 different ways to achieve what you have to do. Like in the hotel, that's the scene you've got on here. Um, you have to get into this, like, it's a chess tournament. It's very Bond. It's an
Yes.
international chess tournament at this hotel, and like you're there and you're undercover as a chauffeur, but then you see a reason why you need to get in, and so like there's so many different ways to get in through security. You can go find like you can pickpocket a security card, or you can you can turn on a sprinkler or something and create a distraction. There's just a lot of different ways, and it all feels very organic.
Yep. Yep.
And then the thing is that
That's the hitman part.
there you go. But the thing is that they funnel that down
Mhm.
usually into an action sequence that devolves into absolute chaos by the end of every chapter, which again, very Bond. You know what I mean? Like when you're playing it, all I could think of at one point was it Tomorrow Never Dies, where Pierce Brosnan just appears. He's going through the streets of, I think, London in a tank at one point and just destroying things left and right.
Mhm.
Like, that happens in this game all the time, where it's like, well, things have just gone to hell, and now, hey, look, there's a giant dump truck over there, and Bond will get into that, and you're just crashing through a construction site to escape, and like every chapter feels like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, the characters are great. The character of Bond is really well played by this actor. The story is very more modern Bond. It's very much like Casino Royale and Skyfall and that ilk of Bond films. It's although it's still got a little bit of tongue in cheek in it. The locales are gorgeous. Like there's you going from like this beautiful hotel, and then there's like you're at a nightclub in one of them, and you're at this big construction site, and you're in this giant office building. Like they just captured the vibe of the
Yeah.
Bond films so perfectly. Like I can't say enough about it.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the films, and it's just perfect. They just did it
Mhm.
perfectly. It's a little buggy. I
Sure.
had a few moments where I had to reset because I'd end up with a soft lock. So it's definitely buggy, but overall, the story they're telling is really engaging. There's just enough double cross happening that it feels Bond. I love the personifications of the classic characters like Q and M and Moneypenny and all that stuff. And there's a couple of pretty funny moments. There's one in particular, and I forget this guy's name. He's an Italian, I want to say TikToker influencer. You know the guy. It's the well, okay, I'll tell you the scene and you'll recognize it. So at one point you're in this you're in Vietnam in this like jungle resort,
Mhm.
right? And so the way you find it's kind of a big circuitous route that you have to move around to these different places. And at one point you're looking for this thing called the Tranquility Cave.
Uh-huh.
And so the way you move around this jungle thing, it's on like the side of a hill, and you're going up and down these stairs, and you'll get to these sort of platforms that have these beautiful like wooden signposts, and it'll say on them like, go here to the Tranquility Cave and go here to reception, and there's arrows. So at one point you walk up to one of these signs, and there's a guy standing there uh, next to it, and you can actually interact with him, which, as in I'm sure like Hitman, you can't necessarily interact with every character you find because there's big crowds in this game. You can only interact with the important ones, right? So if you hit
Uh,
triangle,
yeah.
you hit triangle and you can talk to him. And Bond turns to him and says, "Excuse me, can you tell me which way to the Tranquility Cave?" And if you're not watching this on video, you're not going to get this joke at all. But the dude gestures to the sign in front of you and then gestures in the direction that the sign's telling you to go. It's the Italian, it's the black dude from Italy that he's famous for those short TikTok videos. You've
I
not seen
don't know.
this?
No, I don't
Oh my
think so.
God. I can look up his
Yeah.
name, but I'll butcher it. But
Okay.
anyway,
That's cool. That's
it was
cool.
like
I know
I
the
didn't
scene you're
expect it.
talking about because I think I retweeted some or
Yeah.
reposted on Blue Sky some
I'm gonna mess up his name so bad. Kabane Lame maybe is his name. Kabi Lame. Yeah, I don't know how to. I can't speak Italian, obviously. He's a Senegalese-born Italian influencer who was really, really popular for quite a while. That's his whole point was that he was like he would bring up like videos of someone doing these really ridiculous life hacks that, and it would just like, you know, or you could just turn it on, you know, stuff like that. Anyway, it was really funny, but no, it's brilliant. I'm so happy with this game. I couldn't put it down. The gadgets, you know, there's a lot of variety there because you can only carry 4 gadgets at a time out of, I think, a total of 6 or 7 or something like that. So it forces you to have to work through the levels in different ways. It gives you a lot of freedom. I just can't stop gushing about it. I'm so happy with this game.
Well, they're going to do more content for it, right? Good. Like, I don't know if you saw the roadmap, but they're going to introduce a sort of Hitman-esque expansions like on some of the stages that have already been that are in the release game.
They introduced that early on where they basically say like there's this AR VR setup you can access where they say like, you know, we record everything you do in all your missions and then we can recreate new missions in those same areas. So that's what that is.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I'll go back and play that as much, but yeah, I'm just like, I wasn't even planning on playing this game.
Yeah.
And you were the one who actually talked me into to getting it.
Because it's good.
And it's so good. Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway,
I mean, IO Interactive doesn't usually miss.
No,
Hitman World of Assassination stuff. I mean, this was always going to be like right up their alley. So,
I mean, they so successfully executed on this. It's wild. It's so good. And then so because I finished First Light, I went back to Lego Batman and playing a fair amount of that again. So I'm definitely into the Burton section. I mean, they mix up the Nolan verse and the Burton verse pretty successfully in this game. I have to say that the open world stuff I'm not crazy about. I feel like it's slowing everything down. The game really shines when you're in the more linear levels. Man, the humor is it's on point. There's the scene, one of the setup for the levels I'm in now. So I'm going through Shrek's department store right now in the game. Just met Catwoman. And it's very much based on Batman Returns, obviously, but it's really based on the 89 Batman and Batman Returns. And the way that they kick off this whole set of levels, which I just think is so funny. It's the mime scene with the Joker, where you have to go downtown and like a bunch of mimes are attacking people on the steps of City Hall. But they also mix in like the Penguin is there as well. And Harvey Dent is there, and it's actually the origin story of Two-Face in the game, where it's just this. It's a gag reel. It's this series of gags where they keep hitting him on one side of his face with a bunch of different things, like they're attacking people with key lime pies, right, in the scene, and so they've hit him on the left side of his face, and he's gotten key lime pie in his eye. So it's like. And Commissioner Gordon is there, and he's like, "Oh God!" You know, he takes the pie off. He's like, "It really stings! It really stings!" And he turns to an officer with a mug in his hand. He says, "What's in this?" And the guy says, "Water." He grabs it and he throws it at Harvey Dent, and he screams. And then the guy continues with a little bit of salt and some cayenne pepper, and and then like I think they show the ambulance showing up, and they're rubbing together like the charger for like you would use on, say, like somebody who had a heart attack, right?
Yeah.
And they put one down on the stretcher, and then they grab him, they put him on the stretcher, and they lay his face on the charger, and it executes him. Like, it just keeps going. And it's oh my God, it's so funny. It's so funny. But anyway, I'm really enjoying that a lot. The pacing is a little rough, but you know, the pacing in Lego games can be a little bit rough because, you know, I think a lot of us, I don't think I'm alone in this, but if there's a lot of stuff to destroy, to pick up studs, I will do that.
You'll just do that ad nauseum. You'll go around an environment and do everything.
Although Gordon gets pretty early on, he gets a ricochet gun where if you're in an area where there's a bunch of breakable objects, if you just shoot into the area, it'll destroy most of them.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So they kind of get around that a little bit. But I'm on chapter 2 of all things. I feel like I've been playing a lot longer than 2 chapters, but really enjoying it. Yeah. Again, the pacing is a little bit slow, but I know that has a lot to do with how long I'm taking to get through areas.
Right.
But the comedy's on point. The writing's on point. The bat cave is starting to take shape. There's a really cool Easter egg that your best friend Mike showed me, actually. So at one point, when you fire up the first computer in the bat cave, somebody noticed that the data that's on the screen, you could probably find a video of this, is Commodore 64 code.
Yeah. I heard about this.
Somebody went in and inputted into a Commodore 64, and it just created a little bat symbol bouncing around the screen. It's pretty cool.
That was Cable Sasser from.
That's right. Yes.
Panic. That video. Yeah.
Anyway, so Batman, that's what I'm focusing on right now. Hopefully gonna get through that before the game apocalypse continues.
Oh my God, I know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
There's so much coming out.
Yeah. So we got till like the end of August and mid-September before it goes really crazy, I think. So
I'm not even thinking about GTA 6.
And that's the thing, right? With all the stuff that they've shown, GTA 6 is like looming over all of it.
Yeah. So what's that going to be like?
Good, I hope.
I don't know. I have a rocky relationship with the GTA games in general. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've never finished one, and I don't think any one of them has really like captured my attention for very long, except for like the early ones and then Chinatown Wars.
Chinatown Wars was great.
I
really liked GTA 5 a lot.
Yeah.
I played through that.
I did not, obviously. I played a little of it on PS Plus, and it didn't grab me. So,
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll end up buying GTA 6 at launch. Maybe not.
That's all I've been playing.
Okay. Well, I guess it's time to go to Blue Skies.
Do we have time to go to Blue Skies?
No.
I didn't think so.
Should we just end it? I guess we should.
I think we should.
It's done an hour and a half
show to do here. This has been, you know what? Everyone's gotten their money's worth this week, I think.
I think so.
And if you don't feel like you have, take it up with Phil Theobald.
Which, by the way, we should talk about the remake of Godzilla, the Godzilla fighting game from GameCube that they're bringing out. Atari's bringing out in November. Did you see that?
I did not.
Yeah. You remember the Godzilla fighting game?
Yep.
Yeah.
Destroy All Monsters?
No, not Destroy All Monsters, was it?
I don't know. Phil's somewhere correcting us. There'll be a Blue Sky about it at some point.
Yeah, Destroy All Monsters Melee Remastered is the game.
It was Destroy All Monsters. Okay.
It is, yeah. So that's coming out in November. And then did you see Digital Eclipse is doing a Barbie compilation? That's also coming out like on the same day or in the same week as GTA 6. I feel like I'll be okay
to skip that one, but
yeah, I'll be able to skip that one too. But I thought it was interesting that they're doing it. Like some of these licensed games that people have a fondness for. Sure, bring them out.
Why not?
That's great. And especially this Godzilla game, I think is cool because that was a good game on the GameCube.
Yeah, I remember that being a good game. I think I have that game.
Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1 Podcast on your Blue Skies, or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com. It's new, and there you will find our contact information. You'll find show notes and links to all the things that we talked about during this episode. And you'll find bonus episodes and all the after shows that we've released to the public. There's just a lot of content there for you
20
to
years of content.
Enjoy. Almost 20 years. Yeah. In October, it's going to be 20 years of content. Somehow we made it to 20 years.
My daughter turns 19 this week.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there's also a link to our Discord server where you can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
If you would like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting playeronepodcast.com or by loading up your favorite podcast listening app. We're also on Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our show on youtube.com/P1Podcast, or you can watch us live most weeks on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Just follow our Blue Sky account to find out when we're doing our next live show, typically every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Or 6 p.m. Pacific.
We might change that, depending on when the cross season ends.
We're doing 6 p.m. Pacific, though, for the foreseeable
future. Yeah. If you like what you heard, and how could you please head over to patreon.com/P1Podcast. Throw a few shekels our way. Helps us keep the lights on and do all the stuff we normally do. It's
and keep
one of
up
the reasons,
with the game releases.
I was going to say, it's one of the reasons I even played 007, and I'm certainly glad I did. Thank you so much for that. And if you are a subscriber of the $5 tier,
cheap,
you gain special access to a weekly bonus episode where we record it live after this, play games, crack wise, do all the stuff we can't do on the regular show. CJ, do we have an after show this week?
Well, it's your turn to do the after show this week. So.
Shoot.
Actually, I have an idea. I had an idea for an EGM review game that we can do.
Okay, that's what we're going to do then.
Okay.
All right. Please tune in. And if you have a few bucks left over, please consider supporting me on patreon.com/Greg Seward. $3. Thank you.
Oh, also cheap.
Thank you. Gets you early access to all my videos. Please consider doing so. CJ, thank you so much for being back and hosting this week.
Well, thank you very much, Greg. It's great to be back and great to be talking with you about all of these amazing video games that are suddenly going to come out and make the end of the year very difficult to judge what's been the best games of the year.
No kidding. We might have to do a top 10 this year.
No, it's crazy.
I mean, there's only 2 of us on the show this time, so
we could do that.
Yeah. We do a 4-hour Giant Bomb. Probably
Nobody wants that, though. I don't want that.
Me neither. All right. And thank you, dear listeners, for tuning in and supporting us like you do. We really appreciate you. And we will see you all again next week.
Oh, bye.
Bye-bye.